Hello, dear soul. This is Yami, and you're watching Soul Collective. I'm making a video today to talk about everything that's been going on. I haven't made a video in months, and I've been, working with what people would call shadow work or, the dark side of things. And as apparent as it is in the world, this is something that we might all be facing right now, depending on, where you are in the world, or if you're here in the U.S., this election has been a great cause for self-reflection and for healing and for investigating how we truly deal with things that are of discomfort, things that trigger us, how we deal with injustice in the world, how we deal with, the things that are being reflected in the world, in our communities, that are mirrors of what's happening either within us or within, the people that we are seeing. So to me, I felt like for the longest, I kept getting this knowing of, there's something coming, things are changing, and although we wanted it to be, this wonderful positive shift, I still do believe that what is happening now is definitely necessary. I think that many people have been, woken up to the fact that these dark energies and that these, dark realities are alive and well in our society, and that it has not been, peace signs and roses and rainbows. And, although some of us do a very good job at, keeping ourselves in that place, that in reality as a collective, because, we're all in this reality together, that there are things that can no longer be ignored or pushed aside, and that our true essence and our true voices can no longer be silenced or stifled. And so, with that said, for me at least, I haven't been doing a lot of meditating. I know I've been a lot more contemplative, definitely looking inward, and very much consumed by thoughts and, the different things that are occurring around me, as well as really analyzing relationships and really deciding on how I want to relate to people, when they're coming from a place of discord, from a place of hate, from a place of hurt, from a place of anger. Of course, I have always chosen to, act through love and have that be the basis of where I operate from. And although there is, nothing wrong with that, I have also come to the conclusion that even though love is the driving factor in my interactions, that I will not just be passive towards others' violence or aggression. I believe that there's a big difference when it comes to, standing up and having things be just and having things be fair, and, being that spiritual warrior that you still need to be, that life calls us to be, in a way where, there is force. And it might appear violent, but it's something that's necessary. Just like nature can appear violent, it doesn't discriminate. Nature is not biased. It just is. It's a force, right? So I feel that just like nature, we have now come into a place where we have to come at the situation with a force. And this force, has been stirring, at least for me, has been stirring within me. And, it's kind of all blown up and blown over, and it's all spewing everywhere for everyone to see, but again, this was necessary. So, I've been writing down goals, been, examining my dreams a lot. I do work with some stones. I'm already very kind of sensitive to people and environments, and, as an 11, I've kind of just very organically taken to things. I don't know a lot about chakras, even though I know that, the basics. From what I get, from my knowing and my prayers and my meditations, is that sometimes as humans, we get caught up in the details and we really want to know the intricacies of how everything works. And from my experience and what has been given to me, is that that's not always necessary. You know, we don't always have to know every little detail. You know, that's just our humanness, that's just our ego, whatever you want to call it, where we get caught up in the whys, and then we get wrapped up in that, and it turns into a big emotional state of confusion, you know, or like this logical thing where you want to understand everything, and that's just not how the spirit world works, you know. And I think that's where a lot of people are conflicted, and, you know, things get hard. So it's definitely a very individual task. It's a lot of self-reflection. It's a lot of inner work, you know, and sometimes the answer is, you know, you don't have to know the details. Just trust, have faith. It doesn't look the way that you want it to look because you don't understand it. See, so that's what I've been working with a lot, and definitely just learning also then how to channel any of that build up, that force, that energy into something positive in the world for me. So like, you know, whether it's with your interactions with others or your children, you know, what is that going to look like? Am I going to just work out? You know, again, that's just technique. That still doesn't really deal with the issue. So for me, it's just, you know, another way to transform it or transmute it. But the bigger issue is that these feelings that then create that force will keep arising, you know, until we face them, which is exactly what's happening in time now, you know, in the world, and also as clearly seen here in the United States, where, you know, these things that we turned away from, or these things that we wanted to medicate, or these things that we wanted to numb out, and, you know, these voices that we've silenced, you know, the things that we haven't paid attention to in the media, you know, the things that we've negated, guess what? Like, now here they are. They're here for us to see, for us to examine, for us to live, for us to feel. And it's up to us what we do with that, you know. I know there are a lot of people living in fear, and, you know, it's very real, you know. I am not one to say that people don't have a right to express or protest or feel whatever they want to feel, whether it's anger. You know, a lot of people are in anger, and that's fine. That's where you are. If that's what you need to feel, that's fine. Don't stay there. You know, that's not where we were meant to live and dwell. Again, and these things that are coming up, they have to be healed. So where does this start? With us? It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel like you have to do something, okay? Or maybe even not do something. Maybe you're depressed, but feel that, and know and understand that there is a higher truth, that there is a higher purpose for that anger or that pain or that despair, and then choose to move forward from there, whatever that looks like. And it may be slow and steady. It may just be slow. You know, it may be that you need to be very gentle with yourself. Whatever that be, please give it to yourself. Because right now there's a lot of people hurting. Right now, you know, there are a lot of people, you know, needing someone to talk to, needing a hug, needing, you know, a hand to be extended to them. And you know what, if I can be that for some of you throughout this, you know, video, or, you know, throughout any of the videos that I post, so be it, you know, or through the work that I do, you know, that's all we can all do. And that's what I feel, you know, I'm being called to do. So, you know, please do share in the comments below whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing. You can also email me, and I'm trying to get back to all the comments that have been placed on some of the videos while I was away. So yeah, so everyone out there, please, please, please take care of yourselves and those around you, okay? Love and light. This is Yami. Bye-bye.